Hey guys, I'm Heavy Metal here, and today we're gonna be doing another history talk. But before I show you guys, I have my Ice Nine Kill shirt that I got. So yeah, cool. So I'm just gonna show you guys for a little bit, and then I'm gonna. Let me get it out of the package. Ooh. Sorry, I just had my lunch. Yeah, looks pretty cool as well. And so that's a bit of you're gonna show. I'm gonna turn off the camera, and then we're gonna get right into it. Alright guys, hold on. Alright, so welcome back to another Cold War video. So today, at the beginning of the video, I showed you my guys the shirt that I got, and yeah, guys. So today we're gonna be talking about Ice Nine Kills. So if you don't know who Ice Nine Kills are, I'm pretty sure I talked to them about a lot of. They're one of my favorite bands in the world, and I showed them the first time I showed them was my unboxing video of them as well, and the review video as well. And now I was planning on doing another video of them, but I recorded it, but I didn't have time to release it, so I was like, you know what, forget it, we'll just do it anyways. So today is the history of Ice Nine Kills as well. So Ice Nine Kills, is an American band from Boston, Massachusetts. Band from Massachusetts, formed in the year 2000. They broke into popularity after the release the prey for the predator becomes the prey, and then that following year released their album Every Trick in the Book. That's where they got well known, and basically in 2018 they got well known because they released that album, The Silver Scream, as well. So today we're going to be talking about them as well as some things you might not know about every Ink fan knows. And Ink is just a short name for Ice Nine Kills. Yeah, that's just a short name for Ice Nine Kills as well. And so, yeah, guys. Anyway, guys, let's talk about it. For every Ink fan who doesn't know, some fans do know. Some fans do know. Yeah, like I said, some fans do know. Yeah, some fans do know that, they were, I'm gonna say to this, some Ink fans didn't know that Ink started off as a ska punk band. Basically, like, from bands like Sublime, Blink-182, and all those other good bands. Yeah, and all those other good bands as well. Yeah, like I said, all those other good bands as well. So, yeah, guys, like I said, on all those other good bands. And so, anyway, guys, so, they only did ska punk for a couple of shows, and then before they drop into, and then until, they started off doing the metalcore genre a couple years earlier. I mean, a couple years later. I think somewhere around later those years, I think in the year 2000, I think 2000 something, they released their first album. And then I think in 2010, they released their second album.
Dropped him.
They released their second album. Yeah, like I said, they released their second album. And then in 2014, they released their third album, The Predator Becomes the Prey. And then so basically, and then after all that stuff, and then basically, we're gonna talk about a label that they got. So those are the three albums that people didn't know much about Ink back then. Yeah, they don't know much about ink, like I said back then. So I'm gonna be like I said, I'm gonna be just calling Ice9 Kills ink because obviously that's kind of like sounds ridiculous, but whatever. That's their short name as well. And so fact number 2 is that ink, basically the Silver Scream, the first one got ink popularized by everyone as well. So right after Every Trick in the Book was released in 2015, just years later, in 2018, because obviously, I think Every Trick in the Book was released by Fearless Records, and a lot of people now know ink from the Silver Scream as well. Ink from the Silver Scream, obviously. Basically, that's the biggest record that they ever sold, and a lot of people know them now as well. And so we're gonna talk more about the Silver Scream later, but right now let's talk more about their label Fearless Records. So what's it called? Oh yeah, Fearless Records is now known as the biggest label in music as well. They have worked with bands such as Motionless in White. Yeah, there's so many bands in there, but yeah, all I know is that Motionless in White was in Fearless Records. Yeah, like there was in Fearless Records, but we're not gonna talk about Motionless in White. We're gonna talk about Ice9 Kills. And so yeah, basically a lot Ink and Fearless made tons of money while they released the album the Prey Becomes the Predator as well. But some Ink fans might not even realize that Ink was not that Ink was rejected from Fearless Records many years earlier before when they started out. Well, yeah, they started out back in 2003. If you've listened to one of the podcasts of Spencer Charnas' interviews, he'll say that they were called back in 2003 he got an email from Fearless Records saying, "Hey, thanks for your request, but we're not interested right now at the moment." Something like that. If you want to find more information, you gotta search up like Spencer Charnas' interviews as well. Talking about the early stuff they talk about the early stuff yeah, basically all that stuff. So anyway, guys, let's move on to things you might not know about Ink as well. So yeah, that was fact number 3, I believe, because fact number 2 was about the Silver Scream, which we'll talk more about later. But right now, let's talk about fact number 4. So fact number 4 is that basically they were banned from playing the House of Blues. Now, if you don't know what the House of Blues is, I'm pretty sure everyone knows the House of Blues. Basically it's a House of Blues that every band or artist forms in there that was in the Walt Disney Studios from in Orlando, Florida as well. We do have a Disneyland here in California, but this was happening in Orlando, Florida as well. Yeah, this was happening in Orlando, Florida. So, yeah, eventually, Falling Reverse hosted a show with Ice9 Kills and I believe some other bands, but that's all I know. Right after Falling Reverse is right after Falling Reverse played, Ink was supposed to play up. Instead, Walt Disney Studios, Walt Disney's managers and all that stuff. Yeah, all the managers and all that stuff. Looked at Ink and then all the music and all that stuff. They decided to tell Ink to stop and don't play their music or create serious consequences, and then they got kicked out. I believe that's what happened. Like I said, if you want all the information, search it up. But yeah, like I said, this is all you know. And then basically, right after all that drama happened with Walt Disney and all that stuff, yeah, like I said, with Walt Disney, yeah, after all the drama that they went through, yeah, like I said, after all the drama that they went through, they made some merchandise with the Walt Disney characters as well, which is kind of funny because because obviously because like I said, that was the Neon Cartoon Monster merch as well. They made one with the shiny as well. I believe so. Oh, let me look at my phone. Alright, hold on, let me switch.
Lights out.
Alright guys, so I got all the images up here as well. So yeah. There's one with the goofy Leatherface as well. That's kind of funny as well. There's one with the Mickey Freddy Krueger one as well. Yeah, the Mickey Freddy Krueger. Oh yeah, I found it right here. And then they made a Donald Duck Red Rum. The Ice Nine Kills. That's obviously Red Rum is the Shining as well. Yeah, Red Rum is the Shining. And then they made a Minnie Mouse Carrie looking style shirt. That's kind of cool as well. And then they made a Mickey Mouse Michael Myers shirt as well. And eventually, after all the bands that they went through with Disney and all that stuff. Yeah, after all that stuff. Yeah, after all that stuff, the owners of Walt Disney, the owners of Disney and all that stuff, asked the employees to if they thought somebody wearing an ink shirt with obviously with their characters on it, they said not to take pictures with them as well. So yeah, guys. So basically, that was kind of stupid drama. Obviously, Ink it wasn't the only band that got banned from Disney as well. Yeah, from playing the House of Blues. There's like a lot of bands. I can't name some bands at the moment because we're talking about Ink as well. Yeah, we're talking about Ink. So yeah, basically. And fact number hold on. 2, 3, 4. Alright, fact number 5. They change members often as well. Ever since it formed in 2000. Yeah, ever since formed in 2000, the members have been changing a lot. Like, you know, some bands that they want to keep their old members, and basically, for example, like Slipknot as well. They had the exact same members for the last 27 years as well. But basically, yeah, for the last 27 years, I believe that's false. But instead, only 3 members have left, or either. Obviously, that's being bassist Paul Gray, but he passed away in 2010. Joe Jordison exiled from 2013, and Chris Payne, who left in 2019 as well. Yeah, so yeah, basically that's kind of it. So yeah, Spencer is like the only member who is the original member for all their albums as well. Yeah, basically like I said, he's like the only original member. Yeah, like he's the only original member. And some of the original members of bands decided to come back a bit. Yeah. So yeah, guys. So I just want to say about. Yeah, I just want to say about that as well. So yeah, that was fact number 5. Fact number 6. They recorded the Silver Scream in an actual haunted house, in an actual horror houses as well, not haunted houses. So basically, if you didn't know, Ink like recorded the Silver Scream inside of horror houses as well. That being basically the American Nightmare was inspired by Nightmare on Elm Street, so they decided to film the original Wes Craven's 1984 house as well.
Spooling up death
And
machine.
eventually, Stabbing in the Dark was inspired by Halloween as well. The original John Carpenter 1978 film as well
Artillery
of the same
targeting
name.
detected.
And then they recorded it in the actual filming house that they made it with the original Halloween as well. Isn't that cool as well? Yeah, isn't that cool? Yeah, guys. So isn't that cool? So yeah, guys. So basically, I didn't want to say number 7. Fact number 7. Ink, The Silver Scream, The Silver Scream 2, and Every Trick in the Book was inspired by horror movies and novels as well. So, right after the Predator becomes the prey, Ink decided I want to try something new and added to the material to the town as well. They just said, hey, for the next album, why don't you try making songs that was inspired by novels as well. That's being Every Trick in the Book. Basically, the things I know that basically I know some songs, and they're, let me see here. I got my CD here, and so basically I know some songs on here that Committed the Curse was inspired by The Exorcist. Near Myself Alive, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Hyde, Test Tiffany, I don't know, it was called Test something in there, and Hell in the Hallways by Stephen King as well. Yeah, basically, and then the other 2 albums, basically they decided, hey, why don't we try something new? Why don't we try making songs that was based off novels and all that stuff? Like I said, that was of course Every Trick in the Book. And eventually, a few years later in 2018, or maybe recorded in 2017. Eventually, you might have to record it in the previous year. Yeah, you might have to record it in the previous year. Obviously, I think Every Trick in the Book was recorded in 2013, and I think Every Trick in the Book was recorded in 2014, right after the release. And so, basically, after that, they decided, hey, why don't we try making an album that was based off movies as well? And thus, coming The Silver Scream. Yeah, like the Silver Scream that was released in 2018 as well. And that broke the population of Ink that have more fans who love the horror genre. So, The American Nightmare, like I mentioned, Stabbing in the Dark were inspired by Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween as well. Thank God Friday was inspired by Friday the 13th, Savages, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Jig Is Up, that's Saw, A Great Mistake, that's The Crow, Rocking the Boat, that's Jaws. Yeah, Jaws.
Secured. You made JSOC proud.
Jaws.
Nicely done.
Enjoy Your Slay, that's Shining. Freak Flag, that's The Devil's Reject. Yeah, that's The Devil's Reject. The World in My Hands, that's Edward Scissorhands, not a horror, but it's a song. Merry Xmas, that's Tell Me Like Internet. Love Bites, that's American Wealth in London. Yeah, like I said, American Wealth in London. And it is the end. That's obviously it. But a deluxe edition obviously included track number 14. That was, of course, Your Number's Up. That was inspired by Scream as well. Oh, let me see. Yeah, that was inspired by Scream as well. And eventually, the next album I got is obviously Welcome to Horrorwood. Ink's recent album, The Silver Scream 2, Welcome to Horrorwood as well. Rash Decision, that's Cabin Fever. Assault and Batteries, that's Child's Play. The Shower Scene, that's Psycho. Funeral Arrangements, Pet Cemetery. Rainy Day, that's Resident Evil. Hip to Be Scared, American Psycho. Take Your Pick, that's My Bloody Valentine. The Box, that's Hellraiser. Yeah, Hellraiser. Fly, that's The Fly as well. Worst Vacation, that's Hostile. Ex Mortis, that's Evil Dead. And Farewell to the Flesh. Farewell to Flesh, that's the Candyman as well. Yes, basically that's all the facts that they know about Ink as well. So yeah guys, so basically that's all I got. I showed you my shirt, and now I got my CDs now. My Ink shirts is collected as well. Another Ink shirt that I'm gonna buy later down the line, which of course is the Commit of the Curse one. So yeah guys, so basically I just want to say about that. Anyway guys, so those are the facts you might not know about Ink, or technically like I said Ice Nine Kills. Those are the facts you did not know about Ice Nine Kills a bit. So anyway guys, now these 3 albums I have here are released by Fearless Records. So anyway guys, so that's all I got you for today. If you love my content, please hit the subscribe button and turn the notifications on. Until then guys, my name is Heavy Metal, and I'll see you in my next video. Alright guys, so goodbye.